Hey everyone, James and Mark here with another live stream. Thank you for waiting. We were just getting things set up because we have a new setup. I'm using my camera phone for the first time and it's a different settings that we had to do, but it ended up being pretty cool because we're using the camera that gives you like more of this fishbowl lens. So I feel like you see a lot more island than you normally do. Today we are going to be making just a quick meal. I think in order for us to start going live more, I just got to go back to the olden days where I just decided to go on live and plan whatever. So this is the dinner we're having. Mark is actually off to the side enjoying his view, and we'll get started in a minute. Thank you for being here with us. I can't tell if we're live. We are live. Great. Oh, hi, Mark. We have Emerita here, first one. So I'm glad you got the notification. So yeah, earlier this week we went to Trader Joe's and picked up a couple items, and then a couple things were already in our pantry. So I was gonna just put everything together in one pot. Hopefully use only one pot, maybe have to use a pan. So we have ziti. I think we had two other options for pasta. We also had fettuccine and then also linguine. From Trader Joe's specifically, I just got these broccoli florets just to make it a little bit healthier. The bag looks way bigger than it actually is. I think it's just the camera lens. Vanessa, welcome to the live stream. In the frozen section of Trader Joe's, they have these giant, where are these from? Argentinian? Red shrimp. I don't know if you can tell, but these are huge. Actually, once I take them out of the bag, you'll see how big these are. So that'll be our protein source. And then I saw half an onion in the fridge, so I'll probably just dice this up and throw it in there. Butter, because we always use butter and everything. And then I think what's going to bring it all together is this Toom sauce. You might remember we, I think, did a video on this maybe 2 years ago. And they sell it at Costco. And it's like this really great garlic dip. It says dip it, spread it, sauce it. And we've used it for, I think, all of those purposes. So one time we used it with pasta. Mark made like this really good pasta with Dungeness crab. And you only need a little dollop of this, and it kind of like just permeates throughout the entire pasta dish. So I figured that would be kind of like our sauce instead of like our normal. I think I've done probably so many marinara related red sauces on here, so I thought we would switch it up. And yes, butter, of course. Joe says, OMG, hi, I was on my phone. You know, and let me try this because we have a different computer with all the comments. Okay. I was on my phone and have you guys notification on still. Woo, hope all is well, beautiful boys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for keeping the notifications on, even though, again, we haven't been on live too frequently. And Mark, if you remember our olden days of mukbangs, he's sitting on that couch where him and Harry used to hang out quite a bit. So he's here. So if you have any questions for him or want to chat with him, feel free to put it in the chat. He's right here with us. We have 14 people on. Thank you for joining us. Let's get the water boiling because I would imagine that's going to take the longest. So, don't mind me. Here's this beautiful blue pot here. Welcome to the live stream, Mike. And again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. I'm just filling up a pot of water over here. You see my hand? This is where the sink is. So getting some water going. And I'm hoping to get everything done and assembled relatively quickly. So I know Mark had like a lighter lunch, so I don't want to keep him waiting too long. Good light. And then let's pour salt the water. Let that get going. Yes, always keep those notifications on because you never know. I don't think we're ever going to really go back to like a schedule. It's going to be more like, let's set up something. And now that I know how to set it up, it's actually a bit easier. The other setup, how's the sound quality though? That's what I'm like wondering because we're just relying on the phone, but it just makes me think like phone technology has gone bonkers in the last few years. So I'm wondering if the sound is pretty crisp. I know Mark's not turning it on because then there'll be like a echo, but all right. Let me get my bare hands here. Okay, let's set this aside. Maybe we'll start off with just chopping the onions because that seems pretty. And we can hang out. Hope you all are doing well. How's your summer going? The tofu stew? That's the last. Is that the last thing you've made? I felt like there was something in between. That's what I figured too when I saw this. Mark made a really good kimchi jjigae, right? Tofu? There's no. Oh, there was no. How come it had that? It totally had that like kimchi flavor. Are you questioning my palate? Because just okay. I did. It's good. Oh, I don't want to show you my trash bag. I got my trash bag on the counter, but now you can see everything. All right, let's just peel off this first layer here. Probably take out the outer layer too.
And your trash bag on the door handle.
Ooh, I'm a producer, executive producer over here. No, I don't think I need to get into this anytime soon. I won't hit it, right? It's already trash day again, and there was a strike going on in Boston, which impacted all service around the country, I think. So we put our bins out last Wednesday. It didn't get picked up until Saturday. Mike, we are sending you healing vibes. All right. So we're just dicing this onion and adding it. I think I'm going to saute this first before I cook up the shrimp. Sometimes I feel like I don't use a big enough cutting board. The other cutting board we have one size up. Well, it's not one size up, but the larger one of this is just too big. So maybe it's not like we need more cutting boards. I was just talking to Mark the other day how we have too many cutting boards, but we actually only use a few of them actually cutting. The rest are like for charcuterie and like presentation type of stuff. So, and yeah, drop in the chat. What are you having for dinner or already had for dinner? Because I know some of you are on the East Coast. All right, we got our onions chopped here. I have to remember that the camera's here versus, oh, look at it. It looks like a big onion, huh? Yes, keep the air going. I'm already starting to sweat a little bit. All right, we're going to heat up this pan. I got this pan here. This water to the side. And originally I bought garlic, but I was like, this already is a garlic dip. So I'm like, I don't think I need to add more garlic, right? So let's add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Get that heated. We're just, again, going to saute our onions. I will probably just drop this in there and just let it cook with it. Maybe add a dollop of butter or two. And then all I need to do is cook the pasta, and then maybe it says 10 to 12 minutes. So I might drop in the broccoli. I don't want the broccoli to like disintegrate, so I'll probably drop in the broccoli maybe 2 minutes before I take it out. So probably 8 minutes, actually 9 minutes, and then I'll put this in for 2 more minutes. So I always, when it says 10 to 12, I always do 11. That seems to be the safe bet. All right, what's everyone having for dinner? Okay, what is yak korma? Yeah, Mark's asking the same thing. Educate us. Emerita made homemade sliders. Yum. Nora had baked potato and half a burger on rye toast. Ooh, I love a baked potato. How do you dress up your baked potato? I like all of the classics: sour cream, butter, chives. If I'm feeling a little frisky, bacon, cheddar. But typically, I just like the classic three that I mentioned initially. All right, so the oil seems like it's getting hot, so let's put the onions in here. Great. It's Nepalese. It's korma is just yak meat. First time having yak. Am I saying that word right, Mark? Yak. Very lean meat. Oh, I imagine it being very lean. Mike had some boneless, skinless chicken thighs with barbecue sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. So Mark's question is whether you eat the skin on or not. I typically, for sure, I will eat it if Mark makes a baked potato at home. I'm looking at the wrong camera. If Mark makes it at home, I will eat the skin. It's hit or miss how hungry, or I guess if I'm in the mood for skin when we go out. So I assume like a steakhouse probably washes it properly. Maybe a chain restaurant, I'd be a little bit more leery about eating skin, but that's just my preference. All right, the onions are going good. Think about if I had properly planned it, I probably would have just done the setup here. So again, not everything can be perfect. Broccoli, maybe the butter. Korma is like a creamy cashew Indian sauce. You know what's funny is we just went to the farmers market in San Diego, and one of the vendors, I think all of their dips were cashew based, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they're not all. Well, I think it's because the one I remember. This one is like a cashew Caesar. Yeah, that'd be fun because I don't think me and Mark have ever had Nepalese cuisine before, right? I'm watching on TV, setup is perfect because the comments are on the right side of my screen, on this side, right? Is this your right side or is it this side? Yeah, this camera is just like. Yeah, the last time we were on live, we did our annual Love Is stream. And unfortunately, I did not set up the camera as good as I could have for that. So in planning for next year, which it will be the same month again, right, Mark? What month is it again? May? Mark your calendars, May. It's always a Wednesday. I don't know if it's always the first, second, or third. It's not the first Wednesday. So mark your calendar, second Wednesday of next year. We'll definitely be on live for that. But all right, our onions are still sweating as I am as well. So we're gonna let it sweat a little bit more. The water's actually boiling, so I don't know if I should probably I don't know if I poured enough water. Now I'm a little paranoid. I should add a little bit more water actually. Oops. Just because I want to make sure it's like submerged. I'll feel better about that amount of water boiling then. I'll get a little bit more time. colander out. We'll need this later. And if someone could kindly remind me right before I say I'm gonna dump pasta out to save a little bit of pasta water. That always helps get the sauce nice and incorporated. Nicole, welcome to the live stream. Now, you know what? Contrary to popular belief, if there's cooking that ever happens in this house, it's like 95% Mark. So he deserved a break. And I actually had this in my mind to do. But I think I only told him that I was going to do this like today. I was not very communicative. Actually, he had something that he was going to have, but then it got canceled. So all the plans got rearranged. But here we are now. All right, there's some definite color going on in here, which is good. Okay, now Mark. Oh, it says to strain it under cold water for 3 minutes. No, I just took it straight out of the freezer. So I'll do that with our colander already in here. And actually, the timing might work out because as it's defrosting, it says raw, but it doesn't look raw. Let me show you one of these. We're going to run it under cold water. Wow, these are huge. The timing works out. The water is still boiling. Maybe I'll lower the onions so they don't get too brown. Keep it on low. These will actually thaw pretty fast. I don't even know if you need to do it for 3 minutes. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I even thought about that because my original plan, spoiler, just throw it straight in there, but then that would have been a disaster because frozen with oil equals splatter, and we don't want that. My onions are starting to look like animal style in and out color, so and then our pasta's ready. Let me set the timer for what, 10 minutes? And we're gonna add our pasta. Still in there. I'm glad I added the water because it looks like it needed it. Just running the shrimp under cold water. Let it chill for a little bit longer. Turn this off.
Water to keep boiling.
Thank you for the words of encouragement, Nora. Yes, I hope it will be delicious. It's kind of, that's why I tend to cook pasta, because I don't know if I've ever messed up a pasta before. Usually, like, jar sauce here, whatever veggies and meat you want here. Maybe I messed up on pasta before, but sometimes I go back and think about all the very technical things Mark used to cook on these live streams, especially like we'll watch something and then I'm like, oh yeah, you made beef Wellington. Oh yeah, you made yakitori. Oh yeah, you made a mountain of beef. It's just like all of the different things we've been able to cook because we have the stream. It's really cool. All right, these are getting pretty. I'm gonna transfer to plate for now and dry it. And yeah, so here is, look at them. I think they're big. And I want to say a bag of this was pretty affordable at Trader Joe's, maybe like $12 for all this shrimp. I don't know. Seemed like a good deal to me. Two paper towels. So good trick. So pat dry it and probably season it. Ooh, yeah, I love that feta block pasta. There's so many other recipes I think we've missed since then. So can you imagine if we were still, now that we're just doing a little bit more of a short form, I think some of them we've done, but there's still a lot up there. You got this, it'll be good. All right. Well, Mark will be the true test of this. So, all right. All right, let's you know what? No, remove the onions from here. Just so the shrimp not really. I gotta make sure I stir the pasta a bit too. I don't know, the smell of these onions is making me crave like a patty melt all of a sudden. Okay, so we'll lightly season this. We got some salt. Keep an eye out and make sure I throw in the broccoli as well. And add copious amounts of pepper, because we all like pepper, right? Pretty basic seasoning. All right, let's turn this back on. Add a little bit more olive oil. It's all coming together. Nora came home from work and prepped zucchini, squash, and onion fresh from the garden. Oh my gosh, you cannot beat fresh like produce that you've grown yourself. To roast tomorrow, and I will make meatballs with homemade sauce on them. We do have a TikTok. If you look up, I think it's James and Mark, all one like name. We're on there as well. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers on there. So Vanessa, if you can help us out. We're also on TikTok. A lot of it is really our shorts content, but I just feel like it's easier to talk on TikTok than it is on YouTube, right? So if you can follow us on there, we would love to have you. Let's give it a little mixy mix. Loosen up the ziti bait. I'm starting to get too close for comfort here. All right. Speaking of TikTok, hi Josh. Josh, I think supports us quite a bit on TikTok. So thank you. We were just talking about TikTok. So head over there, make sure you follow us. All right, we are going to be adding, Marianne, welcome to the live stream. We're going to be adding this shrimp, this trivia. Where is this shrimp from? Is it even from there or is it called that? But trivia for the chat, if you've been paying attention. So I'm going to be adding this to the skillet right now, the frying pan. We have a little olive oil in it. It's probably going to sizzle because I didn't dry it, but I did as best as I could. Oh, it could be way worse. Yeah, we're good. Smells good. Okay, what's confusing me is because these are red, it looks cooked. So we're not gonna be deceived by that. So I'm just gonna let it chill here. So I feel like it's cooked all the way through. So our pasta is nearing the 10-minute mark. So I said I was gonna get a little bit of reserved pasta water. And then I could probably throw in broccoli in a bit. So up here. Be very careful for this part. Don't burn yourself. I'm not gonna get greedy because I felt like I was gonna burn myself if I couldn't submerge anymore. All right. So we have the pasta still cooking. I'm almost certain if I bite into it, it'll be still under. So we want to let it go a little bit longer. But let's add the broccoli so that it could cook. 5 minutes should be good. Okay. I'll probably flip it in a few. So adding a bag of broccoli florets. One thing that's been really good about Mark's influence on me is to try to add vegetables when he can. Because to be honest, I probably wouldn't have thought about adding vegetables, but especially with pastas, he's really good about incorporating that in. But I want to say you probably had that from like your mom's cooking. I remember you would always say like she would sneak it, not even sneak, it wasn't even hidden. She would just make things very vegetable forward. All right, so we're gonna let that. It's gonna need a little bit more than that time that I originally said. So we'll just let it keep cooking. Now I'm wondering if I have enough water in there. I just had a head-on shrimp today. We had leftovers from like a seafood boil type of spot. It's the best part. Sometimes my soul leaves me when I see, and to each their own, but they'll bite the head off and just discard it. And then it's, unless it's Mark, I'll be like, can I have it? But Mark eats his head, so I don't get those pieces, but. Joe, are we still talking about shrimp or something else? I'm really trying to submerge the broccoli because now I'm worried there's not enough water to cook that. So let's just take out a pasta and go to see what the situation is. Ooh. It's right about there. So I think it's really just giving the broccoli a little bit more cooking time. Probably give it another minute or two. I'm going to show you the shrimp really quick. I know this is risky, but I don't want to tilt it too much. But here's the shrimp, the status here. So let's give it a mix here. Make sure everything is put through. Crank that up. Thank you again all for hanging out. Cooking sometimes can be very stressful, but very therapeutic when we go on live sometimes. Maybe it's because usually I'm not cooking, I'm just sitting there drinking and reading the chat. Mark, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your average stress level on a live stream?
And
Let me throw out, how about?
it was actually a lot. It was really stressful.
It was stressful, yeah.
I think that's
Oh no. Good night, Josh. Thanks for dropping by. Nora. Ooh, it's James and Mark after dark already? All right, I think. Just warning, Mark, the broccoli might have a little bite to it. Sorry. Or should I just add the broccoli to the shrimp? Maybe that might be a better, just to let it keep cooking. Let's do that real quick. I'll turn this off so that the pasta doesn't keep cooking to oblivion. You don't want overcooked pasta, that's for sure. All right, so I'm just transferring some of the broccoli, at least the big chunks. I did not think that far ahead, but back in the height of our streams, I remember setting up multiple cameras. So if we ever get to that point, we'll think about it. Pretty easy with phone devices. Really, all you need is like a mount, which I use everywhere. The one that Mark got me, that's how I largely film all the stuff when we're going out to restaurants and whatnot. All right, so I'm going to dump this pasta water and mix this a little bit. Now you have the broccoli in here with the shrimp. Actually, that might work out because now it's just soaking up all the juices here. I'll probably throw in the onions last, so let's get another. Oh my gosh, I see the sushi bridge up top, Mark. Should we do a sushi bridge video soon? That sounds good for summer.
with your platform.
No, we got sauce. Granted, the last time it was really good, but I was just sweating up the storm. Hey, you know what I can do? Let's transfer this over here. We can assemble this area. So I think everything's hot enough that I'll just be able to. It's kind of hard to see, but here's the pasta. This is also cooking over here. And actually, now that I'm cooking the shrimp, I'm noticing they're getting smaller. So yeah, they're definitely getting cooked. I'm adding the onions back in. Just get everything nice and incorporated. There we go. I'm just gonna let it rest over the stove until we're ready for it. I would like to salt it a little bit because I didn't salt it at this stage. Nice salt. All right, so for this one here, I'm gonna add some butter. I'm probably just gonna use the rest of this stick we had left. It's pretty soft now, so it should cut pretty easily. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Rinse. Let's mix it in while it's hot so the butter can melt in. I think Julie's fine. It's still camper season. However, today's a Tuesday. I don't think she goes to the camper until the weekend, right? All right, the butter is nice and incorporated here. Kind of feel like figuring out a way to tilt this, but I think that's dangerous. So, you see that? Oh, it's hot. Don't do that. All right. And then as far as this Toom sauce, I don't know how much to add. Any thoughts, Mark? Or just chunk? Just chunk. Spoken like a true cook. All right, so here's the Toom sauce. If you've never had it, it's garlicky, it's a little lemony, it's delicious-y. So here, I'm just gonna do this much to start out with. Actually, I could probably do another little. All right. Yeah. Ooh, yes. Girl. Yeah, ooh, you smell it. A little bit of this goes a long way, y'all.
You need to loosen it up.
Oh yeah, and that's why I had the pasta water. You're right. Let me add just a little bit. I don't feel like I need that much, but a little bit will help. Mark is on the couch, but he's in the chat. Oh yeah, just that little bit. It just really, and I'm glad we used the Ziti because it basically went through all the little. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a close up in a second. We've been really good. I just life has been busy, and we've been doing our other things, but just decided to go on live today. So I'm gonna add our broccoli and shrimp. I think I'm gonna avoid the juice though. Strain out the bits of onion here. Okay. Let's do the sink. Thank you, Yin's Life. Love the kitchen. Yeah, we love it too. It was one of the reasons why we wanted to live here was because of this. Oh, doesn't that look good? All right. I have my little onion bowl here, so let me. What I'll do is I'll take a bite, I'll give Mark a bite, we'll recess, we'll take one bite together, and we'll call it a night. All right. Oh, red peppers. Yeah, Mark's definitely gonna want that. I think you might ask for more salt. Yeah. I think you could afford a bit more salt. It doesn't need more of the tune though, right? Or might as well add. I'll just add another half dollop. And then that's all the tune I want to commit to. Salt. Ooh. That's giving me potato salad with soy sauce vibes. Yeah. Do we have Worcestershire sauce?
It's with a new bottle.
I don't know if I want to open it though. Where is it?
Or is it it's a bulldog.
Oh, it is. Yeah. What do Korean people use Worcestershire sauce then?
That means
Worcestershire? Now, how confident? If I asked you how to spell it, would you know? I don't think I could.
on our live stream before, we did a spelling test of this word.
Oh, and you did well?
And we had people vote on who was closer.
Oh my gosh, you just had that with another word. What was that word? I did an Instagram poll on it saying which one is more closely to the spelling. Okay. Does this need to be refrigerated after or no? Oh, that's okay. I'm just going to add a tinge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a big 5, but all right, let's stir this up and see. Wash your sister sauce. My goodness. Is that where all the flavor comes from? Oh, I think I can already just smell that it's going to taste better. So I'm hyped about this now. Let's see. Mmm. Okay, you want to try this one? I still feel like maybe it could use a little bit more or something, but oh.
It doesn't have more with that.
Yeah. If you don't stop me, I might add this whole jar. I'm gonna add a little bit more.
I have a bit more, but you just need to do it. Yeah, that's
And Mark will definitely add red pepper flakes to this as well. Now, parm would be a good consideration, but to be honest, I just don't want to take out the. So this is supposed to be a one pot dish, and I ended up making 2, and then I don't even want to show you the sink. All right, I think we're ready to plate. So I'll plate one up for you all so you can see how this turned out. Which one? The black one?
or it's the white one.
White one.
Those two.
Look at these, perfect for this occasion. So I'm gonna find big chunks of broccoli for Mark because he'll probably be appreciative of that versus a lot of pasta, which now I feel like I'm stacking on a lot of pasta. Ooh, I have one more thing I wanted to do before I wrap up. Let's see. So we'll definitely have enough for at least 2 more meals. And yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram. I'll likely post a story so you can get a close-up shot of this. I feel like I need to put more shrimp on top to really give it that color.
Some dried parsley.
Oh, I was going to put on the microgreens. Yeah. Not going to slide? Is that dangerous? Doesn't that look like I know what I'm doing? And I move all this stuff to the side.
Back a little. Little.
Yeah. So yeah, also about this at Trader Joe's, these microgreens. I need to wash them, but they're just good on everything. Recently followed a influencer, Mari Sparkly, and she uses this in a lot of her recipes. So I was like, I need to start buying and adding to whatever I can as well.
I think just a week or 2 ago, I bought a whole tub of microgreens for you. You didn't use it for anything.
I was an influence back then. What did you buy it for though? Like, did you have a specific recipe or something you're using?
No, I just wanted a for.
Okay, so the dilemma is I'm going to probably take a bite of one of the plates and then save the other one for the photo op. But since my camera is being taken right now, we'll do it after.
Oh, I think for the steak. Oh. Good job.
Oh, that felt like a long time ago. Now, if I was really fancy, this is where I would get the little tweezers and add it, but we're not that fancy. So we're just going to add just a little. How should I do it? Just right in the middle, maybe? Let's just add it right in the middle. That looks good, right? It looks way better than without it, that's for sure. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, this one I think I'm gonna eat because it's a little bit messier, but I'll show you this one up close. You know what? Yeah, I forgot about the red pepper flake situation, which make sure we add some. Thank you all for hanging out and joining us for an impromptu live stream. I think Mark mentioned up above, if you have other things you would like to see us cook or show on here, please let us know. And we can try to get back on this cooking grind. Pretty. Ooh. All right. Let's try this. And this time I'll try the shrimp. I haven't had any shrimp yet. Oh, how about with a piece of broccoli too? Now I'm getting greedy with how much I could fit in my mouth. All right. It tastes like something you would pay $24 at a Cheesecake Factory. But mentally a lot more healthy because we only added that little bit of butter. And then, yeah, the Toom sauce is probably not that great for you, but we didn't use a lot of it either. So I think this was a success. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, check out one of our other videos, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next live. And we'll see you next time.